Hey guys, it's Mike, and we're back with another deck profile, and this is actually a new deck from me that I've been experimenting with for a while. And what it is I tried to build a version of Chaos Warrior for GOAT that doesn't run any of the expensive cards. Now, obviously, if you play Duo and Dust Shoot, you're probably going to be better off, but I look at this deck as a really good entry point into the format, so you can see whether you like it, all for, I haven't run the numbers, but I think this is less than $30 or $40, so let's get right into it. And to start, any Chaos Warrior deck, Black Luster Soldier, and then we're going to get into the non-warriors first, just because there's less of them. 3 Kaiku, he's a floodgate on legs, he has a really good body. The only problem with Kaiku in this deck is, don't forget, you can't Reinforcement of the Army him because he's a spellcaster. And then the only other 2 non-warriors in the deck are your Miser's Copy of Breaker and Sangan. Those pretty much go without saying, they're staples in GOAT. And then getting into the warriors, 2 Blade Knight. We're only running 2 for reasons that will be clear in a little bit, because I'm trying something a little spicy with this deck because I'm not playing Dust Shoot. And then Dawn Zalug, really good discard outlet. Mystic Swordsman level 2. And Sasuke, your kill face down, kill face up defense position monsters. DD Warrior Lady and Exiled Force help with removal. Zumbria the Dark also helps with removal and can beat over most things. And 2 Gearfried the Iron Knight. Now, we're going to get into what he's for when we get into the spells, but even independently of the little combo this deck plays, he's just a warrior with 1800 attack, and if you guys have watched my videos where I've played GOAT with Skilled Dark Magician, or Skilled Black Magician, Dark Magician? Skilled Black. I don't remember. Sorry. So Skilled Dark or Skilled Black. It's early in the morning. I can't remember his name right now. So being a virtual vanilla with a big body is sometimes good enough in GOAT, but we're going to go over why we're playing 2 copies of Gearfried as soon as we get over to spells, which we're going into right now. We'll go over the powerful ones first. Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, Heavy Storm, Snatch Steal, MST, Premature Burial. Not a whole lot to talk about there. These are all pretty standard except for Premature Burial, but that's ran in a lot of warrior lists. It's just less common in Chaos because you're exiling your graveyard all the time. And then the non-singletons, 2 Noblemen of Crossout because it's limited. Same with Reinforcements of the Army. And then, let's clear this up. So, the interesting thing we're playing is Smoke Grenade, and then this is a second copy of Smoke Grenade. It's just in the mail. So, how this works is when this equipped spell card is active and destroyed by a card effect, look at your opponent's hand, select a card from their hand, and send it to the graveyard. So, Gearfried, for those of you who may not remember, if you equip an equipped spell to him, it's immediately destroyed. So you have Gearfried on the battlefield, you equip Smoke Grenade, it immediately is destroyed by Gearfried's effect, and then they have to discard. So it gives you a little bit of that discard engine, and you can buy it back with, there's a Magician of Faith in the sideboard, so theoretically you could discard more cards. It is not better than Dust Shoot, it's just a cheaper option because I think Smoke Grenade is like 20 cents and Gearfrieds are basically nothing. Alright, and then to the trap cards, because any good warrior deck has a glut of traps. Triple Solemn Judgment, Triple Sakuretsu Armor, Double Dust Tornado, and then the singletons of Mirror Force, Ring of Destruction, Torrential Tribute, and Call of the Haunted. This is pretty standard. I really appreciate that a lot of these have been reprinted a lot, because even though this Ring of Destruction is an errata, and those of you who have been on the channel for a while probably know that I hate erratas, but at the very least this is a cheap version of the card, and as long as you know the proper text for it, it's not a big deal to use this one. Oh, something for playing GOAT that I forget all the time. Don't forget Dust Tornado. When it destroys, it lets you set a trap. So you can do something like destroy and then set a ring to use on your turn. That way you can not lose the ring. So if they target your face down card, you can Dust Tornado, destroy something, and then play the card. Weird warrior stuff. Alright, and then onto the sideboard, which is a little weird. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this board, because I'm trying to keep the sideboard relatively cheap as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about what I should run in here, because it's a lot of singleton useful creatures. Starting out, the obvious of 3 Royal Decree. Really good against warrior decks, or you don't want to deal with traps. And then Spirit Reaper, Karibo, Magician of Faith, like I was saying with recycling the smoke grenade, and also after board, a lot of people will take out their Nobleman of Crossouts against you, and Magician of Faith is just a really powerful draw engine to help you get into more cards, because Chaos Warrior's biggest problem is that once it runs out of gas, it's really hard for it to get gas again, because it doesn't really draw much beyond its initial draw for every turn. Spell Canceller, kind of like Jinzo, but for spells. Mobius the Frost Monarch. Cypher Soldier is just really good against the warrior matchup. He's a couple dollars though. I debated about not having him in this profile because I'm trying to keep it really cheap, but I figured one $3 really good Mirror Breaker isn't bad, and then also you could run literally anything else you wanted in the slot. 2 Jowgen the Spiritualist. I'm surprised I don't see this more. It's probably just because he's a spellcaster, not a warrior, but being able to destroy all special summon monsters on the field is really powerful, and your opponent can't special summon, because warrior doesn't really do that except for BLS. So you get Jowgen on the field and you discard a card, and it's kind of a Regeki. A Mystic Walk, just because it's an answer to burn and it can be useful to tribute your own cards. Mind Control, really good at dealing with your opponent's chaos monsters. Soul Release, another really good anti-chaos card, and Hammer Shot, just good at killing generic things. So again, this was my little experiment trying to come up with a good GOAT deck that's really cheap. Part of why I wanted to build it is if anyone wanted to play GOAT at our locals, then I could literally hand someone I don't even know a deck that it doesn't really mean a whole lot to me because there's really no value in it. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys, and have a good one. Oh, I should probably do a question. What's your favorite sideboard card in GOAT? I know this is at the end of the video and not everyone will see it, but yeah, what's your favorite sideboard card in GOAT? Alright, see you in the next one.